What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be hopping into a Naya Tokens deck, but not the kind of Naya Tokens that you'd think. No, this deck is actually going to be a complete inner working with itself as far as everything that it does. That kind of doesn't make sense, kind of does make sense. So we're going to hop into our deck here. But before we do go through all the list of cards and what we're playing, I'd like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions in this video, future videos, past videos, yada yada yada. And if you're new here, consider hitting that bell notification and the subscribe button. And I said that backwards on accident. Anyways, y'all know the drill. You know, if you're new here, hit subscribe, support the channel for free, get updates, all that wonderful stuff. Now, this is a very, very strange deck, and I've had the strangest of luck in playing it. So, kicking us off, we have 4 copies of Arboreal Grazer and 3 copies of Get to Paradise to help us ramp into these higher end things, right? The Divine Visitation, the Embercleave, Outlaws Merriment's a little bit up there. And then to just give us excess mana to play more cards with later on, yada yada yada. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Setessan Training to help whenever we're like, well, Kremko is really big but can't exactly get through, or our Annex needs to get through and it can't exactly, you know, or Archon, whatever it may be. So Setessan is going to allow us to give trample to a creature and draw a card and proc the Archon of Sun's Grace down here, which can proc the Woodland Champion or the Divine Visitation. So it's a cool little like back and forth combo. Woodland Champion is sort of a Pog champion in this deck here. It works well with the Annex, right? Whenever a creature dies, Annex is going to create tokens. It can potentially create 2, which could be 2 counters for the Woodland Champion, yada yada yada. Krenko, every time it swings in, going to be creating those tokens for the Woodland Champion, right? Archon, every time an enchantment enters the battlefield, you guessed it. And then Outlaws Merriment, finally, right? So Woodland Champion has so many procs in this deck, and it's so crazy to see. Gallia is going to help you to draw other cards. And this is one thing that I was sort of testing and playing with, is Gallia and Setessan Training. Which one do I like better, and which one do I feel like is more suitable for the deck? At the end of the day, I still don't really know. But, you know, if you have a preference between Setessan and Gallia, if you want to make the deck more aggro-oriented, right, take out a copy of Divine Visitation, which you should take out a copy of Divine Visitation anyways. You really don't ever want to be playing 3 copies of Divine Visitation unless you are specifically trying to show a combo, which y'all know I try to do. So, take out a copy of Divine Visitation, add in a copy of Merriment or Embercleave or whatever else, you know, whatever else you may want to add in. Skyknight Vanguard, another card that's like secretly really good in this deck, right? So it's as well going to proc the Woodland Champion. Every time it swings in, it's going to proc the Divine Visitation. All the extra creatures is going to make it super easy to get the Embercleave down, right? So just tons of stuff, and it's a card that if it gets removed, you don't really feel that bad. You know, it's still going to proc the Annex and get you the 1 little token down, which could proc the Divine Visitation or the Woodland. And so this deck is all about like feeding the tokens back into your own deck and sort of making their value just through the roof, right? Next, we have Annex, a card that is so very awesome, so very powerful, especially when you just throw an Embercleave on it. It can win you a game there in of itself. Not to mention when you have Annex plus Krenko and Legion Warboss, all these other really strong cards. But Annex isn't in this deck for the reason of getting super strong and powerful. He's actually in this deck for the token generation, for getting benefits whenever your Krenko or your Legion Warboss or your Archon gets shocked or whatever out, you know? Whenever they die, you're going to get things back with Annex. You're going to get more tokens, which is going to proc up the Woodland, or it's going to proc up the Divine Visitation, right? So Annex is in here as a complement to the deck, not as a powerhouse. Krenko we have in here for obvious reasons. Legion Warboss, obvious reasons, I'd like to think. Gift of Paradise is again going to help us get up to these Divine Visitation, Embercleave, Outlaws, Merriments, Archons, all these double cost things, right? It's going to make it a little bit easier for us to cast that. It's going to get us 3 life against those aggro decks, and it's going to be an enchantment which procs the Archon, which can again proc all the other stuff. Moving us down, we have 4 copies of Conclave Tribunal, and this is really just preference. You can go Banishing Light, you can go Prison Realm, you can go Conclave, you know, just have some sort of removal in your deck. I chose to go Conclave because we have tokens, and, you know, tokens are really easy things to tap for the Convoke payment for this, so personal preference, but, you know, to each his own. Outlaws Merriment. Again, Proxy Archon, going to give you extra tokens. This deck is just all about feeding back into itself. Divine Visitation, you're going to create 4/4 White Angel creature tokens with Flying and Vigilance whenever you create a token. And then last but not least, we have Embercleave, which again can just help you in the game without all this token nonsense of Divine Visitation, whatever. If you just throw it down on a Krenko, throw it down on an NX, right? Throw it down on even an Archon, it's going to be a 4/5 with Flying and Life Link and Double Strike, so 8 life gain every turn. It's very, very able to win you the game. So ultimately, I would probably recommend something like that for y'all's deck. But for the sake of what I'm doing here today, this is how ours is going to be. And then our lands are our lands. Y'all know I try to do the best that I can with it, but we do have Gift of Paradise. And honestly, I can't say this for sure because you see the curve in the deck. Okay, but today in my playing of it, I've gotten flooded more than any other deck I've played with just normal 24 lands and high cards. So maybe remove some lands. I don't know. It just feels very strange. Anyways, that is going to do it for the deck or deck breakdown, and now we're going to go and hop right into our matches. Alrighty, Munin Kinshin, something like that. Sure. Seems like a decent curve. Good cards. I can deal with this. Gift of Paradise. It will probably come down before Archon of Sun's Grace, but it'll still help us get to that point, so should be alright. Should be A to the OK. We are going to play the Temple of Abandon first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana here. Gift of Paradise is going to give us 5 anyways. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright if we don't keep that land on top. Merfolk Skydiver. What a surprise. What a surprise. Alright, so let's go ahead and get down the Woodland Champion. And I'll probably play the Gift of Paradise over Annex. We'll have to see. Alright, so no attacks. Next turn we'll get down to Archon. Very curious because they have a Moss Viper in Simic, you know? A Death Touch creature in Simic. I'm just wondering what the play there is, you know? So we'll go no blocks. We'll get in for a sweet 3 damage. Sweet free 3 damage. They probably have counter spells, right? Like, it's Simic. This makes me nervous. Alright, let's go for the Legion War Boss. Show me the Sinister. No. Wow, I'm very surprised. Brazen? Is it a Brazen Borrower? Band together. So very confused right now. So very confused. Moon Hulk. Alright, well, we can get down our Archon now, I suppose. And, well, I actually think this is alright. We're going to activate this ability. We're going to get out Plains. And I'm going to Conclave Tribunal. This will proc both the Archon and the Woodland. And we're actually going to take... We're going to take this flyer. I don't know if they have a whole thing built up around proliferation, but if that is the case in point, we want to take the thing that has counters, right? Nadir Kraken. Well, that would have been a great thing to take as well. So, alright, we will trade this 2/2 Pegasus out for 1/1 Death Toucher so we don't have to worry about the Moss Viper any longer. Also gets to mitigate some of that damage. NX, come on down. Which is again going to proc Woodland and Archon and all that fantastic stuff. And we'll throw this down tapped. We will get in for the 3/4 up top. Woodland we're going to keep back to try and scare them, I think. I think. But we're in a pretty good position. We're up against Simic, so we don't have to worry too much about board wipe, but they might have something that returns all cards to hands or something. I don't know. This is a very strange deck we're playing up against for sure. I do like it, though. It's like Simic, Nadir. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's like a weird Simic, Nadir, Proliferate kind of deck. Alright, we're going to take the 4 from the Bloom Hulk. I'm not too concerned with it, honestly. If I'm being completely honest. So we can get down the Archon, which we definitely want because it turns the life gain on for that Pegasus. And a Krenko, which I definitely want because it's Krenko. Who doesn't love a good Krenko? Alright, so we'll swing in with these two. Now you're making me mad, Kenshin. You're making me mad. Bouncing my stuff back to my hand. What do you think this is? Pick up 6? Jacks? It's not pick up 6. It's Jacks, isn't it? Where you bounce the little ball and you pick up the little like sharp objects. I don't know why they were sharp objects, but you pick up the sharp objects on the ground, right? We're gonna let the damage ride. Okay, well I figured they might have something to boost their Nadir Kraken there, but they didn't, which is honestly making me look a little bit dumb here. And drawing all these goddamn lands is certainly not fun. Hey, this is why you bottom some, right? Alright, so we are going to gain potentially some life here. We'll see what our opponent does. Didn't say please. That's correct, Kenshin. I did not say please for that card. I suppose that is fair grounds for taking it away from me. We are going to swing in with the Krenko, get it up, get some Gobos down for some defenders, right? Now, of course, they could have something like Stony Strength. I guess not, though. And our opponent is down to 5 health. We did gain some life, like I said. And we have some chum blockers. So even without the, like, over-the-top, right? The over-the-top stuff of Divine Visitation or Outlaws Merriment or any of that, we're actually putting a decent little hurting on our opponent here just with some basic Naya cards, right? Alright, so we block and block and block and block. We actually have the damage in the sky on this next turn, so we'll have to see if our opponent has just something up their sleeve. You know what? I am going to create a token because I'm tired of not being able to do anything else, game. I'm tired of you limiting me on what I can say and do. All because you want to give me some lands. Alright, so let's see what Kenshin has in store. What is their solution here to our attackers? Nothing. They're just going to take it. So fantastic. Game 1 being picked up. Like I said, not even with the Divine Visitation, not even with well, the Woodland was there for a few turns, I guess. No Embercleave, though. Fantastic. Mirkur. I think that's Mirkur. Mirkur? Mirkur? Probably Mirkur. Either which way, I'm going to be keeping this hand. I like seeing a Krenko. I'm not going to lie. I'm a simple man with simple desires. Krenko is one of those. So we will go for the forest into one of these two. It doesn't really matter which one. And we'll throw it down tapped. And this way we can go turn 2 Krenko. Isn't that spicy? Spicy, spicy, spicy. Cruel Celebrant coming down for our foe. And another Annex. You never have too many Annex. I was about to make a joke there, but it actually didn't work with Annex's name, so... Hence that brief pause there. I was like, oh, this joke. Oh, no, wait, that doesn't... That's not his name, it's Annex. Alrighty, Mirkur, what you got for me? Kuniros. Kuni rolls. Alright, I'll stop. We are going to auto-pay. We're going to get rid of this Hound. Hound of Ethereos. There's no need for all that, okay? We're not about that life. Not about that bring back from the graveyard kind of life. We're trying to play tokens, have fun. Build big. Smash. Corpse Knight coming down for our foe. You think I'm scared? I ain't scared. Resolute Watchdog. Okay, I see you. So our Krenko is going to be a 3/4, which they do have 4 damage, right? They do. Oh my god, so many annexes. What did I do to deserve All the annexes. All the ani. Alright, we're going to go in Conclave Tribunal. We're going to tap the Grazer. And I am going to take your Corpse Knight. I thought about it, molded over in my mind, and that's what I want to do. So Krenko's going to get in for some more sweet damage. I just don't want to commit too much to the board. Yeah, one annex would be certainly nice and fantastic. But at the same time, if I can keep swinging in with Krenko, I'm not going to be upset about it. So is this the Kaya's Wrath we've all been waiting for? No, a Sorin. This is very strange given the lack of vampires. I mean, sure, you have one. But, Mirror, this is a very strange deck. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. And the fact that I've drawn 3 annexes doesn't make me a very happy man. 0 token interaction? What are you trying to do to me here, game? You trying to prove a point? Alright, Annex Numero Uno, Mark 1 will be coming down. Now they do have 2, 3 bits of damage they can deal. They can deal us. We're gonna swing here. I think we take all of these and throw them at Sword, because we're about to replace damn near that whole stack, right? We're replacing 4 out of the 5. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright, they're going to block both for the face and for their Sorin. So Sorin will live. They're going to gain a little bit of life here. Come on, baby. Show me the Archon. Show me the Divine Visitation. Show me the Outlaws Merriment. Or the Woodland Champion even. Woodland Champion at this point with Krenko. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm actually not going to block that. Yeah, I guess we could have commended the Gobos to it. But I didn't wanna, okay? So sue me. So sue me. Sure, we'll go Gift of Paradise here. Cause why not, you know? Gain a little bit of life. I was really looking for an Archon, but I guess if we do draw into a Visitation now, at least we can play said Visitation, right? So 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, 5. All the rest. I guess I could have just went for the all attack, but that's okay. I know, I'm sorry I missed you over there, Annex. I got you this time. I don't think that's lethal, but it's damn near close. And again, another game where we didn't even get the flashy stuff and we're winning. I'm trying to show y'all some cool combos, and the game's just like, no, no, no. You will have non-flashy plays. You will have a big Krenko and a decent sized annex, and that's how you'll win. Alright, so let's block all out here. Let's kill this Cruel Celebrant once and for all. Thank goodness it doesn't do lifelink like per creature hit, right? That would be absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane. Mirror gonna surrender before we get to do that final swing in, and really that was just an annex, you know, annex Krenko game. So game 2 being picked up as well. Alrighty, I'm playing against myself. We meet again. Well, I get to go first. I'm not gonna say no to going first. I kind of want to go Gift of Paradise, get the Archon down, and then start playing like Annex, Conclave, so we have the enchantments, right? Bum 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 bum. Alright, we'll see if myself is ready for this match. I think I am, but I don't know for sure. There's no guarantee, of course. Alright, so we'll just start with the tap lands. I like how the horns on the owl actually change. I don't know which one I like the best though. That's where the difficulty comes in, ladies and gents. Choosing the best horns for your owl. I do like the black one. I like the gold one as well, but I feel like I've seen the gold one so much. We'll rock this one. I feel like this one isn't overly used, overly done. Alright, Gift of Paradise. Now, if I can hit this Archon of Sun's Grace, and then hit a land into a Divine Visitation, I would potentially start a slow clap. You know, one of those like slow roars into a whole crowd of clapping. I better stop. The opponent's going to play one or two things, and it's just going to topple the entire facade, the entire dream, right? All down. Well, that even hits the requirements as far as us hitting a land for next turn. That's fantastic. Do I want another one for next turn, though? Would I like to play a Divine Visitation plus a Grazer? Probably not. We'll bottom that mountain there. Alright, Archon, don't let me down. Please, please, Betsy, don't let me down. How's that song go? Is it Betsy? It's a really old country song I'm thinking of here. It's not, actually, it's not even that old. That's a real old, but in terms of my lifespan, if that makes sense, you know, not in terms of the whole grand universe or any of that kind of shit. Lava Pool, the most efficient way of destroying Archon in the entire world, actually. For those of you who didn't know, now you know. In case you were curious. In case you were a curious little cat. So we'll go ahead and get down Divine Visitation. Even though we drew two of them, which you never, ever want to do with Divine Visitation. In fact, I would actually semi-recommend maybe cutting a copy of Divine Visitation in your deck and throwing in an extra flavor of whatever else, you know, Embercleave, Outlaws Merriment, whatever you feel the need to. I have so many copies of Divine Visitation because y'all know whenever I make these videos, I like to make sure the combo goes off. But in all reality, you don't want that many Divine Visitations in your deck. They cost a lot, and if you draw two of them, it's a 5 mana dead card. Not a creature, just dead. So, you know, be wary of all of that. Alright, Annex, come on down. Come on down. But I am happy that we have a Divine Visitation down, you know? If you ask me, would you rather have 2 Divine Visitations or 0 Divine Visitations? Well, I'd rather always have 2 Divine Visitations, you know? But, still does hurt a little bit. Hurts my feelings, most of all, you know? No, we didn't have to play that land down with the Grazer. Yes, we could have played it with the Conclave Tribunal. Conclave Tribunal? No, we could have played it with the just normal playing. I'm sorry, and then played the Conclave Tribunal. But I thought it over. They only have Leafkins. It's not really worth it. And I like how we're not using Annex as like a major damage dealer in this deck. We're using him as like a token generator, you know? It feels kind of good to give the guy a break every once in a while. You're not the head chief, the head boss in this deck. You're the... I don't know. I don't have a good analogy for that. You know what? We're just going to end that analogy there. Our opponent's going to play Living Twister. So it's apparently going to be a Gruul elemental deck of sorts, which... Sure, I'm interested to see it. Kind of, elementals are a bit M20, you know, a bit out of date, but I'm interested to see what you do with it, good sir. Interested to see what you do with it. We are more than likely going to Conclave Tribunal that Living Twister. Another Grazer. Well, game, you were just all about giving me everything I don't want to get today, huh? All about it. Said, what's that? You don't need a Divine Visitation or a Grazer? Right. We'll sign you up. Nah, that's okay. It's not like Outlaws Merriment or Archon or Embercleave or, you know, Woodland Champion. It's not like any of those things I would appreciate. I appreciate seeing the cards I already have more than anything. I'm sorry. I'll dial back the sarcasm. I know sometimes I get so super thick into it, people are like, I can't tell. He's like deep tucking his sarcasm. I know it happens. It happens. So we're going to play down the Grazer. Get down another defender if nothing else, right? And y'all can hear I'm going a little bit hoarse. I need some water. Water. So no attacks. Our Grazer army, unfortunately, is not strong enough, not big enough to swing at myself with. Sounds very weird in saying, but that's okay. Alrighty. What do you have for me, my sir opponent? They have so much mana and they're not doing anything. Oh no, here comes the point in every game, in every Magic player's life where they must ask themselves, did you build a boat big enough for this flood? Because it's coming. Now, obviously, they're going to be very scared to remove our creatures, because if they do, we have the Divine Visitation, right? Annex is going to create angels off these grazers. What you know about angels, baby? They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it real hard. It's just, maybe they got flooded to hell and back, right? Because that's a hell of a lot of mana. It's a hell of a lot of mana. Hey, Krenko. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Finally. A card. A card that is a card. Don't get me wrong. We weren't in a bad position, you know. We weren't necessarily losing. It was just a very, like, okay, we're both getting flooded. This is how it's gonna go, I suppose. But now that we have a Krenko, we have that threat of 3 damage with the Annex, and you know, everything just seems a bit better. I see life through a lighter lens, through a brighter lens. I'm not quite sure how that saying goes, and I'm just now realizing that. Oh, you want to kill my Krenko? That's fine. I'm still gonna create an angel. I'm still gonna create an angel off of this. So fine, get rid of my Krenko. I'll pretend as if I'm super salty about it. What do they have to resolve? I wonder. Another Savage Smash? No, that's sorcery speed, isn't it? It is indeed. Hopefully they don't have another Savage Smash. Just smash our angel all to bits. Then I would feel a bit overwhelmed. A bit overwhelmed. That's okay though. So yeah, they got rid of a 1/2 for a 4/4 with Vigilance. Is it worth it? Who knows? Who honestly knows? We're going to block you with the Krenko. I don't know if you've thought about this whole plan. I'm not going to block you with the Angel. Your creature doesn't permanently have those stats. There's no reason for me to block you with the Angel. And if you do go to buff it here and kill my Grazer, I'm going to create another Angel. So the swing in there was really, really, really pointless. But I'll take a Setessan Training for the Annex. Give him Trample. Give him that extra one boost of damage, you know. They can't Savage Smash me, thankfully. Not saying they can't remove Annex at instant speed, they just can't Savage Smash me. Another land, well, you know, I was really saving the Divine Visitation for if we got an Archon, we could play Divine Visitation. But look, I paid 5 mana for it. Anyways, but I just want it out of my hand. If they end up destroying a Divine Visitation and I don't get to play that one for some weird reason, I'm going to feel super bad. So we swing. I believe. They buff the Leafkin and kill the Annex, you think? That looks to be the case. Well, we'll still get another Angel out of the Annex, so I guess that's alright. We'll have two sizable Angels. Bum 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 bum. We're at 43 cards in the deck, which means our flooding could really go either which way at this point, you know? But that's okay. We got 4 4s in the sky, flying high. Hopefully they will not die. Alright, so their first actual card that wasn't a Leafkin Druid. Throw it down with a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a Clan Guildmage. I'm like so befuddled as to what our opponent is actually playing, or I guess what myself is actually playing. But we keep drawing only portions of this combo, and then just drawing those portions, you know what I mean? Just tons of lands. What is this? It's crazy. Our numbers this morning on drawing lands has been closer to 50-50, which is just fucking bonkers. Right? You should never draw that many lands unless you have 30 lands in your deck. Goodness. Alright, so we're hitting the flood. I was about to say we're hitting the ramp. No. We're hitting the flood, chance. The floodgates. Those are what's coming open. Lands, and more lands. That's okay. You know what we need in this deck? Some way of saying no more lands, please, and God, thank you. So there's a 4/4 dragon. I'm very, like, this deck they have is so very pieced together. So very pieced together. I think, had I drawn one or two things that wasn't a land, we could have already been done with this game. Just one or two things. Watch, the game's gonna give me a Grazer next turn. I'm gonna go ape shit. Like, you motherfucker. Alright, let's see if they use Clan Goat Mage or if they're playing another creature down. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Electro Dominance. There's a card you don't see every day. Taking out our Angel. This will keep their Sarkhan alive. Gift of Paradise. I'm not playing that. I'm not doing it, game. You can't make me. Now, we do have the Grazers to defend against these... Oh, perfect. Up against this Sarkhan and the 4/4 dragon, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. I also don't want to play the Gift of Paradise until I can get an Archon down, right? Get something out of this Gift of Paradise. Sure. I don't mind the casual 11 damage to the face. It's no biggie. No biggie at all. No biggie at all. Hey, there's another annex. Fantastic. Fantastico. Let's hope they don't have another lava pool. Of course, that would be terrible. I am going to play this Gift of Paradise down because it may end up saving our life now that we are getting so low. And yeah, we're just going to have to hope that we can come back from a game that we were ahead in by a whole lot. But, you know, you catch a few lands, you catch a Divine, a few things you just absolutely don't need. Find yourself in these situations. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Challenger Spitfire. The opponent is playing the weirdest of things. Alrighty, but on the bright side, we've drawn so many fucking lands that you know we have so many playables coming up. So many playables. Hands down, have to. Right? We almost have half of our lands here on the board already. Go ahead, swing in. I'm going to show you the beauty of Annex Divine Visitation. The absolute beauty. Boom. 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 Now watch them have Embercleave and them just be like, boom. Yeah, because Embercleave would have been very, very terrible there. But no Embercleave means that we could potentially win the game here. Now, obviously, they could have another Lava Cool stashed away. That would take out one of our Angels. But if they didn't think about it, these Annex tokens, these Annex Angels, are about to deal in some damage. Didn't think it was possible, but it is. It is. It is very, very, very possible. And popsicle. Very possible and popsicle. We've drawn 10 lands in our top 21 cards. So far we're very, very close to that 50-50 line. Let's see, what does our opponent do here? Block there, still going to take 4. Giant Growth. Well, hey, I'd rather it come out there than on my face, right? That's always an awkward little thing. Sure, we could have went for the Sarkon there as well, I suppose, to take him out. Stop a little bit of this backlashing damage. But honestly, I'm just like, I'm very befuddled at this game right now. All morning I've been fighting it. You know what? I'm about to give up. About to let myself have it.
Come to me.
Just say I'm done. I'm doomed. We'll see how they choose to swing in here, though. They do have 8-10 damage in the sky. Bum 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 bum. I don't know what's taking our opponents so long to like make a move here. They must be new to the game. Their deck seems very, very strange, you know? And that's also what feels terrible for me. The opponent's a very new player. Obviously playing a very wonky deck. And we're gonna get flooded! Flooded to death. Literally flooded to death. Alright, so in our top 22 cards, we've drawn 12 lands. That's going to be a GG. We can't win them all, but I'm going to safely assume that had we not had a Magic kind of game on that last game, you know, the kind where they just stomp you, we would have won for sure. Our opponent got down to 1 life. We drew 12 lands. 12! In a deck of 24, we drew 12 within the first 22 cards. So y'all do the math on that. I know it's incredibly unrealistic, but hey, that's what happens when you skewer a draw system, right? When you actively go in and change probability, mess with numbers. Anyways, I'm not gonna get on that whole tangent. We all know I can go for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on that. Instead, I'm gonna wish you all a happy day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the deck, and I hope you don't get flooded like I do. Like I said, you may want to take out a land or two, or maybe 5, 10, 12. Who knows? Who knows? All sarcasm aside, I do hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, subscribe if you're new here, all that wonderful stuff. And again, I do hope y'all enjoyed the deck. All that's out of the way. I'm gonna get out of here for the day, and peace.